What's up, ladies and gentlemen, it's addicting, and today we are going to be taking a first look at Grow Home, a beautiful, amazingly wonderful little tiny game that's also very, very big and beautiful, and I just gotta say, man, I love this game. I have been playing it like crazy, but unfortunately you can only have one file. Oh no, do I continue or new game? New game. Haha! Mission report! Star Planet Expedition. This already sold me on this game as soon as I saw this because it reminds me of Space Station Silicon Valley. Such an old game. Life-sustaining ecosystem discovered. Scanning for Star Planet. Look how beautiful it is! Look down there! What is that? Star Plants located. Oh, not planet, plant. Activating botanical utility bot. That's us. Deploying exploration tools. Okay. Launching Bud. Whee! Oh my goodness. Look how beautiful it is. I've been there. Whoa! Grow Star Planet. So this game, I gotta say, I mean, I'm kind of just having fun with the cutscene here because this, so far as I know, is the only cutscene I've ever seen. Internal power low. So what this game does, and you will see it almost immediately, is it kind of has, I forget what they call it, they have a big long technical term for it or something like that, but our skeletal, like, our character walking and stuff is all like procedural and very smart and complicated and stuff. Teleport, activate additional teleport routes to travel by Wi-Fi. So what these are is, I guess essentially you could say it's like a fast travel point. So later on we're going to find them like as we get higher and higher up in the world, because yes, we are slowly building to the heavens. And another thing too that I gotta point out hardcore that the game does not tell you is that those are actually save points too. You can always press start and go to save and quit, of course, but I actually had it once where I was playing this game for like 2 hours and then the game crashed, because that's what games do, and I didn't touch any of those along the way because I didn't know it was, I thought it was just auto-saving, and well, anyway. So here's a little power crystal. These you're going to want to grab all over the place. Get over here, yes. So what that did, now that we're at 1% of our power, that means that we have 1 crystal, is we unlocked the jump ability. Whee! Woo! And as you kind of saw, hopefully I can get to come up again once we get a little bit further, but I'll talk about, like, as you get more crystals and stuff like that, you get more and more abilities. Now this is why this game rocks. So look at this. Climb with the bumpers or the triggers. I didn't know you could use the bumpers. That's awesome. Right bumper is your right hand. He grabs, and so long as you're holding the button, he's always holding on. And you can control him with the joystick, and it's very, very intuitive, very, very amazingly wonderful. Like, that's one thing. And then you just grab with the left hand. I gotta say, like, I have never played a game that has had better climbing than this. Like, seriously, it is amazing. It works just like you would expect, and it's very forgiving as well. Now, let me see if this... See at the top, 10%, 20%, 40%, 60, 100%. So you get one crystal equals 1%. So once we get to 10%, we get, oh, I forget what it is. I think it's like a jetpack. Oh no, it's a camera. You can zoom out the camera like crazy or something like that at 20%. And then at 40%, you actually get a jetpack. And then further and further, you just get like more and more abilities as you're going through the game. So it's kind of like, ooh, beautifulness. It's like collectibles that actually serve a purpose. And that's one thing that I am always all for. I think that is fantastic when they do that in games. Now, of course, there is a lot more ways for us to get around. Dip, 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 dip. Is like this. Get on my back, flower. So the back, now we have a backpack. And that is signifying that we have a flower. We will not get it today, because it's actually way, way up there, but there is actually a leaf that you can eventually get to that glides straight up just like Super Mario with a cape. Woo! Here's what happens with the flower, and the petals that are falling off is telling you your time limit. Also, I do want to point out that I'm sorry if there's like weird frame rate issues and stuff like that. I don't know what's going on. Maybe this game's like difficult to record or something like that. I don't know, but I hope that it's not actually showing up. Another crystal. 3 crystals to rule them all. Woo! Whee! There also, for the most part, doesn't seem to be, like, there's nothing that, like, encumbers you from playing the game. There is no fall damage, but at the same time, if you fall from too high a height, you will end up dying. But if you die, you are still within your same save file. Like, you don't have to, like, load your file or anything like that. But you will appear at the last I guess you could say that those are save points, fast travel points, as well as spawn points too. So it's like, if we would die right now and I would self-destruct, because you can actually self-destruct by holding B, it gives you 3 seconds. If we would self-destruct, we would actually reactivate way at the beginning spawn point right back there. Woo! Until we do this. Haha! And now we actually set this as our spawn point and saved our file. And we can't do it right now because we only have 2 teleporters, but we can actually select them back and forth. And then once we press X, Neo, you're the one. We're the Matrix. So we teleport back, lickety split, no problem. And we are going to teleport right back to the next one now. But it's actually very useful the way that the map, if you can even call it that, works for the fast traveling. You can kind of see it. It is actually a vertical map. It's not about going left or right or anything like that. It is just there to give you an idea. So I'm guessing that there is that first island that it should be, yeah, that one right there. And then there's that third island that's kind of spiky and stuff like that. That is actually where I got to off camera. And it's kind of like all mountainous and really, really cool. It kind of showed it in the first cutscene. I want to show you how good the climbing is though right here. Like this I absolutely love. I don't know what it is about games like this that I am always just really into these games, that I just think it's so fantastic. And I can't believe how well they actually made like the climbing and stuff like that, that it works so like, I mean, right now I'm kind of messing up because I got the camera like right in our face and stuff like that. But otherwise, like, it never really becomes a problem. That's what I'll say. And that's what separates this game from a lot of other games. Like, you would think that this kind of looks like a little sweet little indie game or something like that, but it actually is a full company game, and it shows in its design. Now, another thing too, I want to also just try and explain, like, see how, like, when there's the icon beside, like, it's a little difficult to see, but he's got a claw marker for where we're going to grab with our left hand. If we reach too far up, then it turns into a circle, and that means that it's out of reach. But if we start grabbing even when it's out of reach, and you let go with your other hand, it's not like he's going to just let go and fall off because he doesn't have a grip or anything like that. So long as you're holding the trigger, I should say, he's kind of automatically going to pull himself to where you're pointing. And then I want to try and show off this other part of the gameplay before we end up calling it for this first look, because we're already almost on 10 minutes. But this right here, this is the giant plant, right? So what you're gonna want to watch out for while you're climbing this sucker is these beautiful things, the star sprouts they call them, and you just hold on to this for dear life, press X, and suddenly, bam, we are growing a vine. Now, that was kind of a bad example because they just kind of throw that one right then and there, but as you're riding it, think of yourself as kind of like, I guess, a space cowboy or something like that. You can actually control it in every which way, all sorts of crazy directions and stuff like that, and technically, you can actually miss the island too, so actually, you know what, let's do that with the next one. I just want to show that off, and then we'll probably call the first look. Oh, do we have enough to glide over to here? Do we have enough? No, come on. No, we don't have enough. Dang it. I wanted to actually get to that thing because the leaves actually work as kind of like a big jump boost, and it's really, really cool. I wanna try and get to this. Oh my goodness, I'm not used to my controls right now. Whoop! There we go. See what I mean? It's just so like, it's so easy and cool to control your character. Crap! Oh, that was actually really close. So I want to show you right here. If we hold on for dear life and yeehaw, let's guide it away from the island. It's kind of not letting us because it's all automatic and stuff like that. But I just wanted to kind of show that because I just wanted to explain that it's really, really cool when later on, like as you're like building further and further up and stuff like that, your vines and the plant itself starts really like going crazy, and it's like there's vines everywhere, and it's just, it looks so sick. And also, you don't have to worry about not having, like, even if you end up just making all your vines just go off and touch nothing, you don't have to worry about it because normally, later on anyway, that vine that we just connected to here, would actually sprout out even more vines. So you can see right now that it actually sprouted out another leaf down there, but it would actually sprout out even more star vines, or whatever you want to call them. So you essentially, I guess, could say that you have infinite vines. I don't know if there's an actual way to screw over your file or something like that. I wouldn't think so. I think this game's kind of baby proof. But another thing too that I just want to mention quickly before we call the first look here is those green islands right there kind of give power to this main plant. So actually, I guess we could kind of, I should have definitely grabbed us a flower. But I just want to try and see if I can show this off before we end up calling it. But if you gather enough, like, I guess your mission technically is that you are trying to restore this plant to its biggest beautiful glory. I shouldn't say restore, but just get it to its beautiful glory. So right now you can see 2 out of 4 because these green islands kind of give this plant power. You can actually like go over to other islands that don't give power or anything whatsoever, but they may have, like, usually every item in the game, or every island in the game rather, so far seems to have like crystals and like or it'll have flowers or something like useful is almost on every island. So that's always really cool. Another thing too that they actually do to vary up the gameplay later is they start adding in water, where your character can actually mess up and start exploding. I actually got to 1.2 where there was a gigantic evil bull that attacked me in a cave, and it was really cool. Woo! And oh, it looks like our plant is actually already growing right now as we're just touching them individually one at a time, even though we don't actually have the full thing. Woo! So I want to try and get this last thing so I can just kind of show you all that this is like the main objective, the main old like get the plant as big as possible, you know, and beautifulness. But yeah, they do end up varying up the gameplay a little bit. They also got nice little touches too. I want to see if I can actually do this. Yeah! So if you actually mash right into the side of an island and get a crystal, it actually still gives it to you. So it's not like it's buried forever or anything like that. Really cool. I love this game. I really do, I gotta say. So other than that, woo! Oh, we also got 20% power, so now we can actually do this. This is why I mean with zooming out the camera, and it looks so sick. It's like the cliffhanger movies and everything, like straight up. When you're like hanging underneath a gigantic floating island and you zoom the camera out, it just looks so cool. But anyway, I guess that's really all there is to say about this game. If you want to experience it for yourself, and I do say experience because this game is definitely not a generic, like, it's definitely something very unique and special. Like, I've never played a game like this before, but I really do think that the design of it is absolutely fantastic in the way that it's executed and everything like that. But anyway, don't take it from me. Try the game yourself. And thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope that you found this first look helpful. And if you did, don't forget to smack that like button, share, favorite, and subscribe to join Team Pixel. Sign on, stay epic, everybody. Believe in yourself.